Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Accomplishment Coaching is proud to present the following fine programming. Accomplishment Coaching, where coaches lead and leaders coach. AccomplishmentCoaching.com.
Welcome to Leadership Insights Radio.
Thanks for listening in. I'm Wade Taylor, and this is a special episode in our series of 2020 Business Vision. We're inviting thought leaders from many industries to share their forecasts and thoughts about what's coming in this upcoming year. And on today's episode, I'm really happy to be joined by Elijah Schneider. He is the CEO and founder of Modifly, kind of an interesting twist on a word there. And you can learn more about him online at wemodifly.com. So go ahead and open up a browser window right now and go to Modifly, MODIFLY.com, and you can learn about everything that Elijah is doing with his company. And, sometime you should take a look at the site, interesting foundation story. And what I love is he is embracing the community, the relationship aspect of things. One of the things we have here at WS Radio is, having our clients and everyone recognize fundamentally what we have to do these days is build relationships with communities. That's the foundation of everything we're doing. That's the way sales works these days. You've got to be likable. And so, Elijah, you guys have your own way of making that statement.
Absolutely. So essentially at Modifly, what we say is we create meaningful connections through social media. And it's the exact same idealism of create community and relationships. So our goal is to help businesses, people, brands, events, whatever it could be, build those relationships, not only online, but also then translate them to actual events and actual physical attributes from socials.
Oh, and I so love that, just to kind of jump off a little bit. In the past, we met in defined locations to speak about undefined things. We're at the coffee shop, might be talking sports or weather.
Yep.
The internet allowed us to meet in undefined locations. You might be in your apartment, I might be at Starbucks, to talk about defined things, Game of Thrones perhaps.
Exactly.
But the power, I believe, in the next coming years is going to be those that can take online communities and move them into the real world.
Absolutely.
And so it sounds like you guys are embracing that wholeheartedly.
Yes, absolutely. So when you look at digital media, social media, whatever it may be, the most difficult element is exactly that. It's not only creating, if it's a purchase online, but then from the purchase is actually having them move it from a digital standpoint to that physical relationship. So it could be events, retail locations, any of the above.
Yeah, the old world of media is upside down and backwards, but it was so focused on purely exposure, right? And so I think but nowadays, because we're so niched, it's not about 1 million people, it's about 1,000 fans. And I think influence needs to be the operative word more so than simply attention or exposure.
Absolutely. So when you look at how we structure any of our client relationships, one of the forefront conversations we have is every single client, it doesn't matter, big, small, just starting off, whatever it could be, everybody cares about followers. And my favorite conversation is that exactly. So I would rather have 1,000 very engaged, loyal fans, essentially,
Yes.
people who actually care about your mission, your goals, your values, who assimilate with those too, compared to a lot of brands now, which are pushing millions and millions of followers, but are hitting 1% of 1% engagement.
Right. And that's the old world. One of our other sayings here is turn prospects into clients and clients into raving fans.
Yep.
So give us an example of somebody that you've worked with that you've been able to, share your abilities with.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of our better clients and bigger, just the clients that actually have that name recognition are Nordstrom, GoPro, NBC. We've done some work with But one of my favorites has been Fancy.com. So we started working with Fancy.com, which is a marketplace, takes a stance of find what you fancy and fancy what you find.
Oh, cool.
And essentially what they do is they're a marketplace meant to find original, new things that you're not going to find elsewhere. It's not random. It's not gimmicky. It's really just cool stuff that you're not going to find at like a Target or a Nordstrom or Home Depot, whatever it could be.
Right. It's kind of like one of those shops you might find when you're overseas, a bazaar of the obscure.
Kind of. But at the same time, this is a marketplace followed by Virgil, the founder of Off-White, DJ Khaled, Justin Bieber buys from them often, the Jonas Brothers. So it's really celebrity dominant. It's also it's priced a little higher, but at the same time, these are things you're not going to just walk upon one day.
Yeah, it's not mass market schlock.
No, it's definitely not the volume game. It's cool things that you're only going to have one or two of.
Well, very cool. So, quickly, what was a way that you helped them play this game better?
Absolutely. So when we look at Fancy.com, their main goal was driving revenue for the holiday season. With that, we had activated and been working with them on an aesthetic level, social media feed, messaging, brand elements between that. In addition, stories, how to leverage Instagram stories specifically to drive revenue. And then the third piece of the puzzle was advertising through Instagram and Facebook and how creative has an impact there and how your brand story isn't just about the products you sell or what you sell, but also about what you stand for.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had Greg Gibson from Grizzly in, and one of the things that he really emphasizes is brand isn't just your logo.
Yep.
Brand is the entirety of the customer experience that must be delivered day after day.
Absolutely. I actually know Greg really well. He and I are on the board together at One Club San Diego.
Oh, there you go.
I couldn't agree more with that. I think Grizzly is an overall great company, and I love Greg and Nate over there.
Yeah, brilliant minds think alike.
I would agree.
And so out of your brilliant mind, I appreciate the story about Fancy. What themes are you seeing? What's the thing coming in 2020 that you would really like to focus people's attention on so they can have the best 2020 possible?
Absolutely. So when you look at socials, again, connection is a huge point. Everybody can create a connection, but it's how meaningful is that connection? And that's why our tag is create meaningful connections on social media. So a meaningful connection is one that does you have those fans. And so when we look at it, 2020 trends, what we're really seeing is I believe that the decline of influencers, the word influence will actually start to lower, and then we'll see more of ambassadors. Influence will never go away. There's always been a form of it from the dawn of time.
Right.
But digital influencers, in my opinion, are saturated, overpriced, undervalued in some elements, and having that core value of an ambassadorship, that's where we're seeing things moving to.
Right, something more tangible. Years back in another lifetime, I sold computers, right, early 2000s and such, and vaporware was a common, topic.
Yep.
And in some ways, some of these influencers are a little bit of vaporware, it seems.
A little bit. Right now, there's over 1.1 billion users on Instagram a month, and out of 1.1 billion, 192 million accounts consider themselves influencers. So a little less than 20% of the entire user base of Instagram is saying that they're an influencer. So to say the least, it's a little saturated right now.
Most definitely. However, we don't want to lose track of riches and niches.
Absolutely.
And really, that's the game these days. And so, being that we need to embrace this more, and we've got about 2 minutes left. So what, as regards social media, as regards leveraging these platforms, building meaningful relationships, I'm curious, what's something you wish people would stop doing, and what's something you wish they would start doing as relates to that?
Absolutely. Please stop posting on your story new post. There is no reason that you need to tell people that you have a new post up. The Instagram algorithm will work for you if you're doing it correctly and don't have fake followers and likes. That is something I really wish people stop doing. On top of that, I wish people start caring less about what others are going to think about the content they post. If this is a post that means something to you, Instagram was formulated as a digital diary of a kind, and you should be really leveraging that for you. It's not about what others think. It's if you want it up, you should have it up.
Well, so with about a minute left, one of the things that I remind people of is as they think they're somewhat unique or maybe there's not people like them. So let's say you think you're one in a million. There's 300 of you in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about owning you and let's just say not worrying about the haters.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you almost have to take a step back to think about you. It's what do you believe in? What do you value? What makes you you? Because there is technically, when you look on a number standpoint, 300 of you, but at the same time, you are one of one.
Sure.
And so it's really all about what makes you tick, what makes you excited, what do you believe in, what causes are you about. That's really how you can stand out, is be consistent and constant with those messages. And if you are going to change that, let people know why, not just all of a sudden coming out of left field and changing it.
And with about 30 seconds left, share with us about not worrying about the people that aren't you.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has close friends. There's a reason Instagram put a close friends feature on it. It's as simple as unfollowing them.
Right.
If you don't want to see it, you don't have to. It's your choice.
Yeah, and just be liberated. You're going to find your tribe. You're going to find the people that love you. And there are going to be people that don't, but don't worry about them. There's enough of your tribe out there for you to thrive and succeed. So great information from Elijah Schneider. Again, he's the CEO founder of Modifly, and you can learn more about them at wemodifly.com. Back next time with more great information here on WSRadio.com. We are the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
If you heard that sound, you probably are eligible for insurance from Navy Mutual, insuring the men and women of the Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. Here's what one policyholder, retired Navy Commander Thomas Dade, had to say.
Navy Mutual is the best insurance decision I ever made. I wish you had a savings plan available that earned the rates my Navy Mutual insurance has been earning.
Navy Mutual Aid Association, started by military members in 1879, serves active, reserve, and retired military today. Navy Mutual honors our military by providing them affordable life insurance with the features they need without fine print, sales fees, or military service restrictions. Value, integrity, trust, and stability are the cornerstones on which our commitment to you and your loved ones are built. Call Navy Mutual at 1-800-628-6011 or NavyMutual.org for your personal life insurance plan consultation. 1-800-628-6011 or NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve.
I've heard this is like one of the best pizza spots in town.
Yes, it is.
I'll do a slice of pepperoni, slice of vegetarian.
You got it.
And I will pay for all of that in 3 days.
In 3 days? What's that mean?
Well, wait, you accept credit cards. That money's not going to hit your account for 3 days anyway.
I need my money quicker.
At Chase, we hear you. With Express Funding, card payments are in your Chase account the next business day. Go to chase.com/expressfunding. Chase for business, so you can.
Compensated participation. All businesses are subject to credit approval. Not all clients are eligible for next business day funding, and additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Hi, Scale listener. This is David Finkel, co-host with Jeff Hoffman of Scale Your Business. I wanted to let you know that our newest book, Scale, was just released and to encourage you to get your copy. The book will give you 7 proven principles to grow your business and get your life back. If you've ever wanted to grow your business, but held yourself back from fear that it would take over your life, then we urge you to get your copy of Scale today. It'll give you a proven roadmap for rapidly growing your business while also gaining more personal freedom. Scale will help you work less by getting your business to produce more. Scale is for every entrepreneur who ever wondered if they really own their business or if their business owns them. Get your copy online or at your local bookseller. For more information, visit us online at scaleyourbusinesstoolkit.com. That's scaleyourbusinesstoolkit.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.